After unboxing it earlier, I used my Dyson Slim Detect Absolute for almost 2 months. In that period, I cleaned the house regularly, used all the attachments on different surfaces, and contacted customer support several times. Using my experience, I have some conclusions to help you choose when shopping for a top-tier vacuum. Before getting into them, think of subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Check my other channel for insights into personal development, psychology, and philosophy, such as my books and digital products on Etsy and Gumroad. Also consider supporting me via the provided links. By supporting me, you help my work, keeping me improving and growing as a creator. Usage. I primarily got the Dyson Slim Detect Absolute to clean my cat's hair. While this seemed an obstacle I tended to avoid, I'm happy to say that is no longer the case. It's not just that the vacuum takes care of all the hair, it also does that blazingly fast. So fast, cleaning turned into a somewhat relaxing activity I now enjoy several times a week. I'd say that's quite reasonable, considering I never had issues with the actual cleaning, but with being inefficient with it. In the past, vacuuming the crib could take up to an hour without making much difference. These days, it gets done in 15 to 20 minutes and some stuff looks newer. The first time. It may sound like an exaggeration, but you only know how dirty and stuff with pet hair your house is once you use a proper vacuum. And this applies to both areas and surfaces you see and don't see. You also might get scared to learn that this carries bacteria you actually breathe on a daily. Given that cleaning the living room's carpet alone filled up the container the first time I used the vacuum, then it filled up a few more times until I finished vacuuming the apartment. I also expected to see less dirt in the kitchen and other places when using the laser brush, yet I was surprised by how dirty it was and also of how quickly things changed. Getting cleaner. On the contrary, things get better and better with every subsequent use. After the mentioned period and frequency of cleaning, the container gets less filled and it's about 90% pet hair. The Dyson Slim Detect Absolute is so efficient it plucks off even the tiniest hairsprings stuck between fibers and others. This applies to sofas, quotes and white shutters, and the best is that it does that very fast while pretty much nothing gets tangled in the attachments. Maintenance and cleaning. Being such a breeze to use, the Dyson Slim Detect Absolute is also easy to maintain. The HEPA filter gets washed in several minutes, and emptying the container may seem tricky initially, but I got used to it. There are also some intricacies regarding disassembling the heads to clean them, but otherwise everything is pretty streamlined. Attachments. The heads of the Dyson Slim Detect Absolute are premium and easy to use. The ones I use the most are the combined, the bigger anti-tangle and the laser ones. The first I also use for my tech, including my Mac. Something that needs more credit is the quick release band adapter. While some people take it for granted, I cannot appreciate it more as a 6.4 person who hates to bend over. And the reason is that it allows me to clean underneath sofas and beds with about 1/3 of the effort. Cleaning time and battery. As mentioned, cleaning the crib takes about 20 minutes. This includes 4 rooms, a kitchen, a corridor, a toilet and 2 balconies. Excluding the first time I used the Dyson Slim Detect Absolute, the battery usually covers all that based on how much I use the boost mode. On the contrary, charging the battery takes less than 2 hours, so I'm considering getting a second one. Container. Being smaller, the Dyson Slim Detect Absolute container can be filled pretty quickly, and this depends on how much dirt is to be cleaned. However, it gets emptied effortlessly, so you can proceed with cleaning in a minute. Some people report getting particles stuck in the airways. The only time I get this message is when I get the container filled. Otherwise, I never had anything stuck. Yet I also don't eat any form of cereal, which are the actual particles the mentioned people have issues with. My only issue. My only complication was when trying boost mode with the motorhead on a particularly cushy carpet. After doing so and finding it didn't work, I got anxious about having a bad unit. Luckily, that wasn't the case, as boost mode has a different application. Thanks to the kind people from Dyson's US support, I was assured everything was on point and the boost shift wasn't meant for carpets but flat surfaces, sofas, and the laser and small anti-tangle heads. As far as the local support, that was trash. I really mean that. They barely understood the issue, plus I had to call them 7 times. The local support offered to send them my brand new unit for repair, which I actually had to pay for. So I suggest considering this if planning to buy Dyson in an Eastern European country. And as far as for the UK assistant, that was quite confusing AI, which really didn't help. So the moral of the story is this: the US support rocks and I highly recommend them, as the others pretty much suck. No offense. Final words. The Dyson Slim Detect Absolute is the best bang for buck top tier vacuum based on my research. It combines features of the spec'd out V15 while keeping the cost down due to a smaller container and battery. After 2 months of frequent use, it's absolutely amazing, and it entirely changed how I view vacuuming. That said, I am beyond satisfied and highly recommend it to people with pets. It definitely lives up to the hype, and in my humble opinion, it will rock your world. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what yours is, such as your experience with the Dyson Slim Detect Absolute or any other model. Otherwise, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more content like this, check my other works and books, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time.